collection update video for you. In the background, we're going to be listening to Apnea, the Great Ruiner. Apnea is a local band that released this in 2015. They're out of Springfield, Missouri. Some killer death metal, kind of has that immolation vibe, and incantation a little bit here and there, and some great vocals by this guy right here. By chance, me and him ran into each other and started talking metal. He had a copy of this, handed me it, and love it. It's a great album. If I could find a link or a YouTube video or anything, I'll post it in the link below or description below. Killer shit. So I made it to 1,000 subscribers. As some of you are aware, Merciful Metal and I was in a race, and Thomas and I have been chatting for a while, ever since probably around 800, I think, if I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas. But we've been neck and neck since then and just been building. And then close to 950, we started talking about doing a joint contest video. And then, of course, a race to 1,000. So there's going to be a further announcement of that here soon. I'm going to make a contest video for reaching the milestone of 1,000. That's what I said when I first started this, and honestly never expected that. I would see to be perfectly straight, but happy that I'm here, and I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. I have 5 shout outs, and by the way, check out Merciful Metal. I'm going to put a link in the description below of his channel, and these 5 shout outs. It's going to be 7, maybe 8. Make up my mind. But when I first started doing these videos, there's 5 channels that really come in mind that helped me raise up, and I want to just shout those fellas out. First one up, and I started doing the videos was sometime in 2021. Been watching the VC channels since 2017, and Marty Worm is one of those channels that helped me along. He did a response video to one of my first videos back in the day, and that helped me out, and I gained like 30 or 40 subscribers just from him doing that. And then I remember seeing, I think it was Dreadful Rick, commenting on a contest entry video I made to the Dark Path, and I brought him along, and then Brian Arkham, which both of those two helped me along. And then Life Eternal came along. He helped me out a lot, and him and I chat on a weekly basis now. We made some trades and some great stuff. He sent me some VCLTs that I greatly appreciate, and he helped me out and did some response videos. And then lastly, Metal Miners Anthony, he started talking to me and helped me out quite a bit, and just raised it up. So thank you, all 5 of those guys. I know there's a couple others, but those are the 5 that predominantly helped me along. And so my 3 other shout outs, George G's Room of Rock, definitely check him out. He's probably about my age, listens to the same stuff on my lighter side, and he listens to some death metal. Shows some stuff. His collection update recently had some incantation in it, and some look like blind buys. And that, I really enjoyed that video, George. That was awesome. And thank you for the shout out and your contest entry for Johnny Mac. The second one is Fumes of Hatred. Him and I have been chatting here and there, and he's got an awesome collection. He shows stuff I like seeing and I've shown, and he has stuff that I wish I had. So of course, scroll down, check out the links, and follow those and give them a subscription. Subscribe to their channel. Fuck my life. And the last one, Tainted Lord 87. Tony, he shows some great stuff as well. He has a little wider, not wider, but more modern take. He didn't get into metal till a little bit later, so some of the stuff he shows I enjoy a lot, and I'm gonna make more videos showing the stuff that he shows, and plus he shows the older stuff and the newer stuff. Awesome, check him out. Anyway, I am 7 minutes into this video and haven't showed a damn thing. So this is a collection update video. If I didn't say it, I have a big stack of records, CDs, and a cassette. I'm going to start the thing off with thank you, Brandon Dement. He sent me 2 CDs. Received them yesterday, and he sent me more. I'm going to have to show those later because it doesn't belong in this stack. I'll just say that. So the first thing he sent me was this Sepultura Schizophrenia. I believe this is an OG press. I have the remastered version. This one's on Shark Records. So thank you, Brandon, for sending me this. It sounds phenomenal. I was so used to the remastered version, and I haven't heard the original mix in a long time. And basically, I didn't really tell too much of a difference. It sounded like the remaster's just boosted up, but there's nothing like listening to the first pressing of any album. I don't know why bands remaster their shit. They should just leave it alone. But anyway, this is my favorite Sepultura album. It's one of my favorite thrash metal albums of all time. It's a killer one. Love it. So thank you, Brandon, for sending me this. It is gonna be in my CD player quite a bit. And then the second CD he sent me was Decapitated. I think this is called Winds of Eradication. That's what it's called. Brittle death metal. I'm not sure where they're from. I've never owned anything by Decapitated before, but I think I'm gonna pick up more shit because this is fucking phenomenal. Brutal ass death metal. Looks like a first press scene released in 2000. I listened to this several times today and love it. Nothing much in the booklet to look at, but this is fucking killer. So thank you, Brandon Dement. He also has a channel, so I'll put a link in the description below of his channel and check out his stuff. He shows some good first pressings of some brutal ass death metal, some killer ass thrash, all CDs, and some killer ass death metal. So I think he's got 3 or 4 videos. Look him up. So second part of this video is some trades. My buddy and I from across town, Mike George, thank you for this. It was an awesome day hanging out with you, listening to music and doing these trades. I was just so stoked. So thank you, Mike George. So yes, Deicide. So I've never had a copy of this. This one's on Roadrunner, released in 1993. Deicide's Amon, Feasting the Beast. Oh my god. So basically this is the demo. I think the band, I know the band, I think. The band was called Amon before Deicide, and this is the album they released under Amon, and then they released it under Deicide. And just phenomenal. I love this. I love the self-titled, of course, but I love listening to this. Very raw and primitive. but it sounds really good version. This one has a what is that, blue grape order form for a t-shirt. So yeah, phenomenal. I'm gonna listen to this right after this video, so thank you for that trade. Secondly, we made another trade. Made 5 trades today, 4 LPs and that disc. But this is Holocausto. And I think it's called Campo de Extermino. And basically, it's Brazilian thrash. So I think it's in Portuguese, the whole album is. It is freaking awesome. Of course, we know what the artwork is depicting. Pretty dark and grim. And with a name like Holocausto, you know what this album's about. So this is some, it says war metal right there. Fucking awesome. 1987, thrash metal, war metal, blackened thrash metal. It's a freaking killer album I've been wanting in my collection for a long time. On Gray Haze, this is a reissue from 2015. So thank you, Mike. Another one, really stoked about this one. Winter Into Darkness, Death Doom classic from 1990. I've been wanting a copy of this for a long time. I love my old school death metal. I love my Death Doom. And this is no exception. I just happen to have building up my Death Doom collection. I've had this on cassette back in the day. I don't have that cassette anymore, so having another copy, especially on vinyl, is killer. I'm not sure who reissued this at all. I cannot find it nowhere. Maybe it's in the booklet. This comes with a nice little booklet. Kind of like the Demigod and Imprecation, so I wonder if it's the same label that reissued this. Pretty cool booklet. If you don't know what Winter is, it's Death Doom. It's very slow. It sounds like a very slow version of Celtic Frost. That's the best description. The production on this is very raw and necro and slow. Almost has a funeral doom feel to it on some of these songs. Just so damn stoked to have a copy of this. Love the artwork. I'm going to listen to this and go through this booklet while I'm listening to this here in a little while. All this artwork, phenomenal album. Let's see. I'll show you the variant is really cool. I think it's a bone white. If I can get it out of there. Yep, bone white. Like those labels. Especially this side. If I hold it up on the right side, there we go. Death Doom. So this is going with my Mystic Charm and my Cyanide, my Decomposed, Paradise Lost, Catatonia, all those Death Doom giants. I wish I had Mark G's album added to this bunch. Killer shit. So another one's a band I've heard of but never owned anything by. This is 103 out of 300 copies on Gray Black, and it's a band called Hate out of Poland. Some Polish blackened death metal. And the vocalist kind of reminds me a little bit of Behemoth, but the music is more black metal with the tremolo style picking, so this is killer. I think it was released in 2019. The album is called Auroric Gates of Veles. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But I'm thoroughly impressed with this album. I really enjoyed this spin. It's on Metal Blade. And I don't know. Then I started watching some videos online, and they do some guitar playthroughs. And I don't know. I just really love that tremolo picking black metal style riffage in this. I've always liked that haze it gives, and it actually has a Mozart effect, in my opinion, where you can feel your brain just following those riffs. It's the best way to say it. Hate, fucking killer. Of course, I'm gonna post links in the description below in case you don't know some of these. Next one we traded for is an album that was released in 2017. It's a NOLA band, New Orleans. So this is Goat Whore. I do not know the name of this album. I don't know if that's the symbol. I cannot remember it. Can't find it anywhere. But of course, this is blackened thrash metal with some death metal in it. I really do like this album a lot. This is the first Goat Whore album I've owned. I've seen them live 3 times, I think. Yeah, 3 times. And never bought their stuff. Was always impressed with them, but just never bought their stuff. This is on, I think it was clear or kind of a smoky with some black. My favorite track was the opening. No, it was Under the Flesh and Into the Soul. That was a killer fucking track. Chaos, Arcane, sorry, and Forsaken. But I'm gonna listen to this album again here in a little bit, and fucking awesome stuff. So that's the last of that. So the rest of this is stuff I picked up. I was kind of wondering about making this in 2 parts. I did make a video earlier, and it didn't get very many views, and so I deleted it so I could show more of the CDs, because I left that part out. Just make one long video. Next one I got Mayhem's Demon album, or Daemon, Norwegian black metal. Of course, everybody knows who Mayhem is, and I never listened to this album. It was released in 2019, and I never gave it a shot. But I saw it in the record shop. I saw it for cheap, and so I decided to grab it, and I am not regretting this. This thing is freaking phenomenal. This is probably the best album they've put out since their debut. And I'm not talking about the EP. What is it? I always fuck up the title. I think a lot of people do, but yeah, this is some killer artwork. I absolutely love this. Love this picture. But anyway, listening to this album, it's just on black. I don't know why I was going to show you black vinyl. Listening to this album, the opening track, which is The Dying False King. Holy fuck, that song is badass. I love the guitar work in this. I didn't look and see who was playing guitar on it, but of course it has Hellhammer on drums and Necro Butcher on bass, and I love Necro Butcher's bass playing on that track especially. There's a lot of audio bass, I don't know how to say that word, that's in this, and I love the approach he used against the tremolo picking guitars. Kind of a bass waltz, and then he would tremolo pick and bass waltz. Freaking beautiful. It's awesome. The vocals on this are amazing. Attila knocked it out of the park. Just amazing album. I love it. I love it. Every track on this. So, Daemon by the Almighty Mayhem. Next up, of course, everybody knows that watch my video that I've become a huge Exodus fan. So anytime I go into a record shop and I spot an Exodus album, or actually technically I just go to the section where Exodus would be and look, and if there's an Exodus album that I don't have, I'm gonna grab it. So this is their latest release, released in 2021. It's Persona non grata, if I said that right. This is freaking phenomenal. That opening track, which is the title track, is a beast. I love the attack on the guitar. It's really brutal thrash. The drums just freaking pound you in the face. And so says, if I'm saying it right, Sousa's vocals on this are amazing. There's even a death growl, little reverb that comes out, and it just, man, it just grabs you. Fucking phenomenal. This album is freaking beast. I love the artwork. I should have got this sooner than I did, but I'm glad I have it now. But the artwork is killer. Highly recommend this thrash metal album. The variant, it's a double LP, and the variant is this cool blue, black and white splatter. And the best way to describe this album, when I was listening to it, I was like thinking to myself, this is like the thrash metal version of Cannibal Corpse. That's how brutal this is. Fucking amazing album. This is amazing. Love it. So Persona non grata is killer. Slipping Into Madness was another one I loved. Elitist. There was one that had some kind of acoustic blues sound to it. Can't remember what song that was, but it was fucking phenomenal. I loved it. Anyway, this is a great album. Exodus, Persona non grata. I think I'm gonna save these CDs for another video and just go straight to this. I'm 23 minutes in. So picked up 4 albums for 80 bucks that were used. And of course I've heard of this band but never owned anything by them. First one up, 1349, which is Norwegian black metal. The drummer, of course, is well known. It's Frost from Satyricon. This is Liberation, released in 2003, and it's phenomenal. When I first heard it, I was like, what the fuck? The guitars kind of sounded weird to me, and the drums sounded really sped up, in my opinion, but it's not. It's just fucking chaotic. And as soon as I started really getting into this album, I listened to it again, and I love it. Riders of the Apocalypse, I love that song. Death March, that was fucking killer. Satanic Propaganda, it's a killer fucking album. So stoked to have this in my collection. So I'm building my black metal collection up, and as soon as I saw these against the wall, and they're like 20 bucks a piece, I think it's well worth it. These are reissues on Spine Farm and Candlelight. Not sure when they were reissued, but it doesn't matter. I have them now. So this one's fucking killer. Their debut. Their demos are pretty good too, but that debut, that's ferocious. And then you got this one, their sophomore release in 2004, I want to say. I think this is my favorite one out of the lot. This thing is freaking phenomenal. Chasing Dragons. That song, oh my god, I love it. It's freaking brutal, and then it hits this nice black metal, death metal style, thrash metal style groove, I guess is the best way. I love that. Beyond the Apocalypse, the title track, freaking slays. Every one of these songs. Perish in Pain, and Eternal Winter. Love this. This is a double LP, same as the other on Candlelight and Spine Farm. This one's on that clear. And if you don't know what 1349 stands for, it's a year, of course. It's when the Black Death hit Europe. Read a little bit of history on that. I mean, that was a brutal pandemic. So they estimated at that time there was about 500 million people on the planet. That bug killed 200 million. That's almost half of the human population. So that's pretty dark subject matter to name your band after the Black Death. 1349. This is an amazing album though, and that's what black metal is. It's supposed to be edgy. It gives no fucks, and that's where it's at. Killer album. I love that one. I like this one as well. I think all the rankings I see on 1349, this one's usually ranked number 1. It's Hellfire, released in 2005, and I love the opening track, I Am Abomination. I like every track on this. Sculptor of Flesh was really good. Celestial Deconstruction was awesome. To Rotting Down, I love that. Slaves to Slaughter, and then the title track, Hellfire, it's like 13 minutes long, something like that, and it's just atmospheric as fuck. It's fucking phenomenal. Also on Spine Farm and Candlelight, and this one I think it's on a red, if I remember right. Yeah, it's on a translucent red. Love this album. And then the last one I'm going to show you today. Thanks for hanging in there if you're still here. I think this was released in 2010. This is Demon Noir. Yeah, Demon Noir. So Noir is of course dark or black in French. So I guess dark demon. Demon black. I don't know. I really enjoyed this album. It's kind of a step away from those three. It's more experimental, more atmospheric. Love the artwork on this. Of course, all these are reissued artwork, so it's not the original. I don't know about this one. Never seen the original. But this song, Atomic Chapel, that song is wild. Tunnels of Set 1 is kind of really atmospheric intro, I guess. I love that track. Pandemonium of War Bells is really killer. Pandemonium War Bells. I don't know why I put the of in it. And the title track, Demon Noir. So that was killer. This has bonus tracks on it, which is Rapture by Morbid Angel, which I really enjoy the music, but not the vocals so much. Seems like he's speaking instead of screaming. And then, but the Exodus cover, Strike of the Beast, was really excellent. Killer album. I love this one. So I'm going to pick up more 1349 to complete my collection, but I'm really becoming a huge fan. This one's on gold. So that's my video today. I hope you stuck around, like I said, and listen to me blabber about my favorite kind of music. And I hope you enjoyed my collection update. So stay tuned for the contest video. I'll be uploading that pretty soon. I'm going to go over some details with Thomas, make sure I got everything right and say everything right. So you all have a fantastic Saturday. Have a fantastic 4th of July if you're in the U.S. And everybody abroad, you have a fantastic day, and y'all have a good one. Stay metal. Later.